Yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time as always, which is why they keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again. For this morning's topic of discussion. Single mother with 11 by 2, I shit you not, 11 by 2, expects a six-figure or a millionaire to take care and all her children. I shit you not. But yeah, we got another Kendra G special again, and which I need to just go ahead and just say this off the gate. This ain't so much about Kendra G, but as much as the people that call her show, her guests on her show. And with shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I'll leave the link to the full video in the comment section. Go check them out. Show some love. But of course, because this is a Kendra G special, I gotta say this right here. Because we all know how sensitive Kendra G is. So let's get it. This video is protected under Title 107, the Fair Use Act, for critiquing and educational purposes. That being said, enough talking. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Brace yourself for this next video right here. This woman is a mother to 11 children. She's an escort, still looking for a man. This one gets crazy.
Oh, did I also fail to mention she's a prostitute? Yeah, as y'all watch, let that sink in as well.
Quick, so let's get after it.
Hello, Kendra. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you was going to really like pick me, and I would have come out big or something, but what's up, boo?
Okay, you know they gotta talk about your body. You don't care?
Huh? No.
Okay.
Because they going to take me as I am.
Oh, sure they will.
They gonna...
All right, well, if she doesn't care, we can talk about it. Imagine calling it.
And as always, they expect men to be tall, have money, have status, all this type of stuff. While at the same time, the men they want should take them as they are. Fuck out of here with that retarded fuck ass logic. Let's continue.
Into a dating show where you're supposed to be exhibiting the best versions of yourself, and you turn up and you have a bonnet on, saying that I didn't expect to get picked. Absurd, but demonstrates the absurdity of her decision making. That's why I talk so ill of these bonnet queens. They're wearing nightwear to dating shows, demonstrating how much that they don't give a ish. Let's go.
Let's see. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Tish. I'm from Illinois.
There's no S.
Illinois with no S.
There you go, Kendra.
Yeah, Illinois, yeah. Just Illinois, yeah.
How old are you, Tish?
35.
35. What you do for a living?
I'm an escort.
Come again?
What?
Do you get paid to
What?
have
What's
sex with
wrong?
men?
Correct.
Correct.
What you calling me for? You already got a pull them in the
No, listen. But I'm trying, what I'm saying, to, I just want to, one friend, that's it.
So the men you sleeping with, they can't be a friend?
I mean, they okay, they already occupied.
Now imagine going on a dating show trying to find a friend. Ma'am, you could step outside your house and find as many friends as possible, but you're on a dating show looking for a friend. Again, make the logic make sense. Let's continue.
They are married and stuff like that, so yeah.
Oh, the
And I'm sorry for pausing again, but let's be upfront and real. Call a ball and a strike a strike. we are way too old to be out here looking for friends of the opposite sex. I'm just keeping it $1.50. If we were in, say, middle school, high school, and in some cases, college or university, yeah, having friends of opposite sex wouldn't be a problem. But come on, we all grown adults here. And we all know we ain't looking, when it comes to the opposite sex, we ain't looking for friends. We're looking for lovers. I'm just saying, let's continue.
Reality of the escort ward, the men are married. Never thought about that.
Exactly. So I'm trying to get out that game, and I want a nice friend, and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's call out the buyers as opposed to the sellers, right? Because, of course, it's the buyers, a.k.a. the man, that's at fault within this equation, right? Okay.
So you want a man to date you while you're an escort?
I mean, I said if we, get there, I would stop.
Ma'am, it's a simple yes or no question. I hate when people ask a yes or no question, but then they want to go try to explain away how the situation is going to be. Just say it. You want a man, while at the same time you want to continue your services as a goddamn prostitute. Yes, I look at escorts no different than prostitutes. They still sleep around and they still get paid. What's the difference? Let's continue.
So in the friend part, are you guys being intimate?
Oh, you saw me in a... Yeah, I mean, I'm just searching for now. Yeah.
Okay.
But same friend, but you want this friendship to become something serious, right?
Yeah, eventually, we have to see where it's going. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with you. I have to learn you just as he has to learn me.
But ma'am, hold up. But ma'am, you want the relationship to take its time, but you being a prostitute doesn't. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm trying to understand the logic behind this. So you'll have him wait while you letting your clients smash you up. Is that what you're saying? I'm just guessing here. Let's continue.
Well, let me ask you, have you ever had a boyfriend while you've been an escort?
I have, of course, I have 11 kids.
Are you being honest?
I'm being very honest with you. Yeah.
How many baby daddies do you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Ooh. I really want to call bullshit on that. 11 kids by 2 men. I'm sorry, but this is the reason why some people look at this shit as a skit. So you got 11 kids by 2 men. God damn, that has to be a new record. The last single mother I talked about has 7 kids, but she just broke the world record on that, as well as the world record, but only having 2 men as fathers. But I digress. Let's continue.
So you couldn't be with any of those men?
No, because he's a mess. He was toxic my first lady.
Oh, he was toxic, yet you still let him hit it. He's a mess. He's toxic, but I still let him clap my cheeks and gave him kids. That says a lot about you, man, more than it says about him. You're like getting your cheeks clapped by messy, toxic men. Let's just keep it $1.50. Let's continue.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 14 years old with a 2-year-old.
Oh.
And
14.
Your 14-year-old daughter has a 2-year-old daughter?
Oh no.
Yeah. A 2-year-old son.
A 2-year-old son.
Oh.
35 minus 14. 35 minus 14. Okay. Okay. Makes perfectly sense now. But she also said her oldest daughter gave her a grandchild at age 14. What can I say about this situation? There's a reason why my parents always lectured both me and my siblings that the way you present yourself around your kids will adapt, your kids will learn and adapt and follow the ways. So by her being an escort and her oldest daughter having a child at the age of 14, you know where this is going, right? The oldest daughter imitating the mother. I know the truth is a bitter, painful pill to swallow here, but this is what you call connecting the dots. But let's continue.
Yeah.
So your daughter got pregnant at 11?
11.
Yeah, she got pregnant at 11 and had a baby at 12.
No. I take that back. Her daughter is not a teen mom. She's a child mom. And now I got questions now because ain't no way should a child at that age get pregnant at all. And on top of that, her being pregnant at such an age like that, even I know that is risky. And yes, there are girls that age who get pregnant, end up dying giving birth. So that right there raises concerns. But I digress. Let's continue.
This has slowly turned into an episode of Software Underbelly. First and foremost, 2 baby daddies, 11 kids. If that's not crazy enough as it is, and by the way, if you believe someone when they say they have only 2 baby daddies in a situation like that, she's only 35 years old. She's been pregnant more often than not throughout her adult life. I can only imagine that she started as young as what her current daughter is, because with these types, it always seems to be a continuation of a cycle. Of those 2 men, I think those men were her pimps, and there's probably some paternity fraud in there as well. Probably got the entire roster of her children looking like the damn United Nations, knowing that she's an escort. How do you even have time to be a professional hat when you even pregnant like that, which means that you was conducting business obligations while you was pregnant? All of the kids coming out with a soft dimple right on the top of here from those clients thrusting the eggplant deep inside of her. All right, let's keep going.
This shit is wild and crazy as fuck. No. Fellas, do yourselves a favor. Don't try to imagine this shit. I'm trying not to imagine this shit. Let's continue.
Right.
Did she get pregnant by a boy her age?
Yes.
Wild.
Miss Tish, here's the.
What a failure.
You're being authentic with me, right?
I'm being very authentic with you.
Oh.
This is a lot. And you already know this space. So are you ready for the conversation that's going to be had around you?
Yeah. Definitely.
How did you feel about your...
So she got pregnant by a boy her age. Where the fuck was the parents at? Then again, don't answer that. Let's continue.
11-year-old daughter getting pregnant?
Oh.
I mean, I was extremely, sad, and I brought it to social media, on my other page. It happened at school, and we're doing not me, but my baby daddy. We're doing consequences, he's trying to sue the school because he felt like, that shouldn't have happened or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm being very authentic with you.
The school.
The school.
I feel like there
No
has to be some type of legal grounds against this.
Exactly, because I mean, you know, but my child, you know, at first she did not want.
Are you sure it's the school's fault? Or is it the results of the daughter imitating the mother? I'll ask this question again. Is this the fault of the school or the daughter imitating her mother, who is a prostitute, who let all kinds of men smash? Marinate on that. Let's continue.
On the child, and I forced her to have it because I don't believe in, you know, the kids.
Oh.
And yeah.
What a situation.
So how
I think about the lack of accountability, right? You were so busy within your life because you produced 11 kids. You can only give so much time to each of those kids because there's only 24 hours in a day. Kid goes to school underneath school grounds where kids generally are, something happened. So you sue the school because it happened there, not because they were in on the situation, but because it happened in their environment. Versus take any degree of accountability of who you are as a mother and what time that you can dedicate within a situation. I mean, her mama is a professional strumpet, apparently proud of it. The apple didn't fall too far from the damn tree. Offended by everything, ashamed by nothing.
And that's about the size of it. I mean, about what we all hearing right now, this is some wild Jerry Springer, Mad TV, Adult Swim type of shit. Let's continue.
How old are your kids? You have an 11-year-old daughter.
No, my
11
daughter's
kids, I'm
14.
sorry, 11 kids. 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I mean, you want
Right,
to go
you are the age.
come on, let's talk about something else.
Okay, but are you familiar with my show?
Look, Kendra, I am not playing on your show. I'm just saying.
I said, are you familiar with my show? What I'm asking you are the normal questions I ask everyone. So,
you know what? I didn't sing you. I'm not going to be honest with you. I didn't sing you, but I just never really watched your show. I said she's a nice person, so you know, it's a liar. Well, hey, as long as I know the truth. So, well, thank you.
Okay. Well, I will say this. So these are the questions I ask everyone, right? And when you say the amount of kids, the next question is how old are they? So you said 14.
Still.
Okay. You're gonna prolong the inevitable.
13, 12,
we gotta
11,
get all the ages.
10, 9.
Oh my gosh, you want all my kids' ages?
If she can remember.
Yes.
No, Kendra.
Well, we can end here if you want to.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Okay.
No, we can end the whole live. You have to,
Either answer the question or Kendra G is going to put the end on this session because she thinks you're full of shit, ma'am. Let's continue.
I'm not going to force you to do anything you want to do, but this is...
Okay, well, we'll end.
You know what's so crazy? I just had another woman who called me up and didn't want to tell me, she didn't want to tell me the amount of kids. So you told me the amount of kids.
No, I told you my amount of kids.
Right. So now you got to tell me the ages, honey.
I mean, you want me to put, you say I'm lying? Okay, well.
I didn't say you were lying.
I'm talking about the comments. They said I'm lying.
Tish, you're deflecting.
Well, what you expected, ma'am? Look at what you're saying right now. You're an escort looking for a relationship while smashing other men on the side. You have 11 kids by supposedly 2 men, allegedly. Your oldest daughter is pregnant got pregnant as a child. Of course, Kendra G's audience will sit there and look at your story as straight up bullshit. No need to catch feelings about that. I mean, we all listening to this, and even we got questions here. Let's continue.
You're deflecting. I know I'm a professional journalist. I know when a question's not being answered. So we don't move past this question.
You don't need to be a professional journalist to understand what's happening.
They search for
Okay, Tish, we can disconnect if you desire. It's your choice, but I have to get all the ages. And I don't want to waste 10 minutes on a question you could just answer very easily.
I just told you search
I don't know. You have to tell me the exact ages.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
Goddamn!
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I have a 1 year.
So the one?
3, 2, 1. She has addition and she's blasting off. I mean, goddamn. Lady, you have a child for each and every year, if not an entire decade. Got a child for every year, and enough to complete an entire decade. God damn it. You can't make this shit up. Shame.
Yes.
Shame.
No.
Shame. 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 Shame.
Took me a damn second to find that pause button, but here we are. This is a baby making machine. And you know what's crazy about situations like that is that there's so much content that goes on men that create children with women. And if they want to not have that children, they want to financially separate themselves from that. Now, we can have an argument of whether or not that's moral or just, but if we take it off of the basis of the options available to the man versus the woman, we can absolutely say that there are double standards or it is not fair to men. But on the flip side of the coin, there are women out there that are making options to never stop having children. And who's paying for that? You and me as the taxpayer. We pay for it not only in government housing, EBT, Section 8, food stamps, WIC, whatever the case is, but then you're also paying for it and helping raise their children because their inability to raise their own children correctly. The society on a whole is giving these people a check, paying for the most trauma-filled, no consequence decision makers amongst us. And at the end of all of their bad decisions and mistakes, they still want a good damn man. I don't know how.
Their expectations are retarded as fuck, MTR. I ain't gonna lie. You see, but people catch feelings when they hear men say that they are leftovers, they are used goods, they are used damaged goods. But you got women out here that think that, oh, I could go out, I could have my fun, I could take chances, I can make mistakes, I can get messy and all this type of shit. But when it's all said and done, the party's over. The party's over. The thrill is gone. The ride is over. Now they want a man to come in, pick up the pieces, be the cleanup man, expecting this man to initially settle for them when they got women that don't have that same problem. But when we say that, there's always retarded fucks that want to catch feelings. Well, guess what? The truth is the fucking truth. And we know the truth hurts. And we also know, and guess what? And guess what else? We also know that facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Yeah, get mad because I said that shit. I'll say it again. Facts don't care about your feelings. Let's continue.
I mean, I guess I know how. Kendrick continues to have a conversation with somebody that is this far damn cooked Meanwhile, when the men come up to her platform, she's ready to castigate them immediately if they say something that doesn't go in line with her image. But the women just get to come up on here, be complete and true demonstrations of the worst of society, contributing absolutely nothing and just taking from society. And she'll sit down and have conversations with them.
And this is why they got Kendra G over there banging her head, because she thought nobody was going to call her out on her one-sided hypocrisies here. No. If she's going to act like that towards the men that have unrealistic expectations, and yes, there are men out there with unrealistic expectations, but if she has that much energy for the men, then she should have that same energy when these women jump on her platform with the same unrealistic expectations. But no, she has favorites. And when people called her out on it, oh, she really banged her head on that shit. Let's continue.
This is some sad shit.
How was the 1-year-old dad again?
What, you talking about the one with the 10 kids?
Oh, you have 10 kids by one and then 1 kid by one other person?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, why are you not with the man you have 10 kids with?
Because he is off the chain. I mean, and I don't want that. You know, he put like this. I mean, he made pretty good money and stuff like that. And I actually stayed in one of his houses. But, you know, it's like he the type, he likes to control people. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like, he have a whole woman that he stays with. And so,
did you not figure?
And despite all of that, ma'am, you gave him not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8 or 9, but 10 children, despite all of that. Make the logic make sense. Fellas, this is why I say, know and understand the signs before you get into a relationship, not after everything is all said and done. This will save y'all the headache and the bullshit. Uncle JD's just throwing that out there. Let's continue.
That out after kid 1.
Yeah, I call her to help, you know what I'm saying? Because he just used her to keep my kids.
So, Tish, listen, when I say here, it's my first time ever meeting you. To be assured, you're not trying to just troll me right now.
Like, no, I'm being so honest with you. Now, this time I am being so honest with you. I'm trying to pour my heart out to you. Okay. And if you don't believe me, I mean...
Honestly, Kendra's in a tough spot.
You can go...
Ma'am, if I could be brutally honest with you right now, Harley... If I could be brutally honest with you right now, apparently no one does. Myself included. Maybe MTR, maybe not MTR. But let's continue.
Read my story if you don't believe me.
Read it.
No,
okay.
I'm not going to do that.
He the type like this, you know, like he'll kind of see, you know, he the type, my kids stay with him. And so, you know, a lot of females be like, why you don't have your baby? Why you don't have your kids and this and that?
Wow.
Because, you know, at this point, I stay in his place, you know, one of his places. And so, you know, a lot of people always, you know, get to the point and like, you know, do you have men coming over? No, I respect him. I don't have men coming over. I go to, you know, like the hotels and stuff like that. But, you know what I'm saying? And I also practice safe sex. I use rubbers.
This is a mess.
So, you know, but this
bullshit.
Time the rubber had slipped out and I got pregnant by one of my escorts. And I thought it was by him.
Whoa, ma'am. We can't gloss over that shit. Please, what do you mean by the condom slipped off and you got pregnant? How does that work? Now, if she would have said that the condom broke, or is that what she's trying to relay across? Doesn't matter. if she would have said the condom broke and she got pregnant, that would be understandable. At the very least and most. But how does a condom slip off and you still get pregnant by that? I mean, it doesn't make. I swear, the shit doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Let's. I ain't gonna wreck my brain on this. Let's continue.
Blood test, and he got to the point he got very upset in his feelings, and he started trying to, so he don't want my kids to be around my new baby, and he started making me pay rent.
Really?
Okay. So, you never been married, right? You said?
No.
All right. So Tish, Illinois, 35 is escort, mom to 11 kids by 2 men, 10 are by 1 man, and 1 is by an escort. Tish, what kind of man are you looking for?
I told you I'm just looking for now a friend, and if things happen, just happen. You follow me?
And once again, she's on a dating show looking for a friend. Ma'am, when you go on a nobody on a dating show is looking for friends, ma'am. Let's just get that straight. But back to the question, what man are you looking for? What man are you looking for that that you want to have with your huge ready-made family? Let's continue.
As a custody.
What are your deal breakers?
I don't like liars. I don't want nobody who into like drugs or nothing like that. That's a deal breaker. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Here you go, another custody. I'm gonna be very honest with you. You have a chance, all right? But first, you must be reincarnated into a separate being, and I mean this out of the kindness of my heart. If you want to maintain the same body, the choices and decisions that you made throughout your life, you cannot have any requirements. If it's a homeless person, I would suggest if he has good moral character, you give him a shot. I don't care if he's a 4'9" homeless man that doesn't have eyeballs and nose or face. I want you to understand that, relatively speaking, on the dating marketplace today, you're about even. You're about even, okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to paint a picture of reality, of expectations that you should have. Now, again,
I ain't gonna lie. MTR is being too generous. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with MTR being too generous. It's just that I know others that's gonna just go completely ape shit with this. Let's continue.
You want to go above? No-faced homeless man with diabetes, and he's 4'9". You got to become reincarnated. Okay? Sorry.
And I don't want my guy to do it either.
Should he look a certain way?
No, looks on facing, but he gotta have coins.
Coins.
How much
Coins.
Oh, no, don't do this to me. Kendra.
But take you. Oh! So it doesn't matter how he looks, but he needs to have 6 figures. 6 figures. 6 figures. 6 figures. 6 figures. Really?
No.
No.
No. No. 6 figures, no. No. 11 kids. Pregnant by the custody. Living with, supposedly, alone in the house of the 10X baby father. And now a requirement is $100,000 per year from the next sucker.
But while at the same time, she expects those men to take her as she is. Get the fuck out of here. Let's continue.
You just cannot make this shit up. But let's just pay attention to the seriousness on her face. I don't think that she's trolling, by the way. I think that she's dead ass telling the truth. But this is just where she's at.
Or better.
Or better. Okay.
Or better.
So more than 6 figures is 7. So you're saying be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Wait, she's serious? So she expects a man who's a millionaire to come in, take care of her and her 11 kids, plus 1 grandkid? Is she serious? Now, one thing about me, I know men who are 6 figures, men who are millionaires, even a few billionaires. But I will say this as well. One thing I know about them is when it comes to them trying to find a woman, it's no problem for them. However, one question will be asked: are you trying to get with those 6 figures, millionaires and billionaires you're trying to get with, ma'am? Some of them will ask you, will you be an asset or will you be a liability? All jokes aside, I ain't trying to be funny. This is a serious question. Will you be an asset, someone that could benefit, but someone that could benefit them as well as yourself and bring more money in? Or are you just a liability, a person who only wants a 6-figure man, millionaire or billionaire man, so you can leech off of? Critical question. Let's continue.
The child of 10's dad was wealthy.
Yes.
I'm assuming you get child support.
No, how do I get child support and my kids stay with him?
Oh, so all your kids live with?
Come on, Kendra G. Stay focused. She said her children are with him, with their father. So child support is out of the question. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Do any of them live? All you have is the 1-year-old?
Yeah, my 1-year-old girl. Yeah.
So is this a court appointed? Did the court appoint your children to live with him?
Yeah.
No, It wasn't like that. It's just like, the simple fact that, I stay up on his roof. So, what I'm saying, he felt like, he thought I was going to try to put him on child support, but that wasn't even the case, whatever, stuff like that. So he was like, well, you stay, once we had split up like around about 5 years ago. And so he got the, nice big house and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I stay here, with my baby. And so he had told me that
when she goes to work, I wonder where the baby goes. He
thought I was going to try to put him on child support, so he had said, well, just give me my kids and stuff like that so I can take her. And I said, okay. Until I things get better, or else I can buy me a house.
Let's do the Kendra Cam, Tish. That's where you stand up when we see your full body.
Girl!
Jello.
Oh my gosh, see this. Look, I don't know about none of this, but girl,
you don't have to take your clothes off, you just have to stand up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The point is I only got
Well, I could be honest and say she's telling the truth about one thing, she never seen none of Kendra G's dating shows because one of the key things on the show is doing the Kendra cam. That means that she has to show her full self. She has to show her full self on camera. That way people will see what she has to offer. And yes, women got to do the Kendra cam. Men who call on her show also got to do the Kendra cam. This is to let people know exactly what they're getting. But let's continue.
And
Well, do you want to go put something on?
Yeah, I'll put some on. So you wouldn't wait that long for me to do that?
Well, it can't take forever.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, what you want to do? Can I do it another time?
She has other callers, you know.
We'll have to end here.
Okay, we can just end it.
I'll disconnect you. What you want to do, Tish?
Kendra, you sound like you're a very nice person, and I respect you, and I will be still watching your shows.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best.
If you started watching her shows, you would have known what to expect instead of jumping on her show so blindly, ma'am, and then get surprised when Kendra G wants you to do certain things such as how many kids you got, how old are your children, would you please do the Kendra cam? Come on, this is something, if you would have seen her show, this is something you should be expecting, not be surprised by. Out the gate.
Thank you, love. All right.
She's speechless.
I don't got nothing. Tish, Tish wore me down loud. Okay? I almost wanted her to be trolling. I literally wanted her to be lying to me. I wanted her to say, "Psych." I was hoping she was going to say, "Psych." April Fools. I know we in May. Shit, make up. Who the D? April Fools. May Fools. Thought she was going to say, "Happy Hanukkah." Like something, anything. I was waiting for her to say it was all a lie. She ain't never said it was a lie. I can't talk to somebody else tonight. Y'all after that?
Yeah.
Who you want me to interview after having all that conversation?
Now there's
Yep, Kendra G just can't right now. I mean, she just can't with this one out the gate.
also been escorts that have gone up on the show and they've at least done themselves up, and you can tell they weren't actually looking for a relationship, but what they were looking for was to advertise their wares. And that's why I think that this story is actually a little bit more believable, because she came up on here with a bonnet on, obviously not trying to advertise anything, at least in the current moment, but is actually looking for a man to get her up off of her situation, a man that is a millionaire, according to her own words. And, you know, the level of delusion here. This may actually be...
The level of delusion is off the charts. I mean, what six-figure man, millionaire or billionaire, wants to deal with a woman with a ready-made family, not just a ready-made family, a big-ass ready-made family at that. And on top of that, she wants a friend, while she, on the other hand, continues her prostitution and getting her cheeks clapped by her clients at the same time. And for what? So she could get pregnant for the 12th time? And that six-figure man, that billionaire, that millionaire, is going to be on the hook for that? Nah, hard pass on that. But I gotta stop it right here, because it's almost time for me to get ready to clock in for work. But I had to talk about this shit right here. And once again, shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. If y'all want to watch this video in its full entirety, I'll leave the link to it in the comment section. Go check them out. Show them some love. Tell them JD Mouse sent you. And that's all I got for today. I said what I had to say. I'm done with escorts with multiple kids by supposedly 2 men, which she might probably be lying about that, but whatever. And I'm out this bitch. Later.